Good morning everybody, welcome to day 4. I've cooked breakfast, had a nice warm breakfast because it is quite chilly this morning. Had breakfast, had something to drink, admired the views, made sure my fire was out, and I'll be heading to the fuel station, get some benzene, get some petrol. The museum here in Oni opens at 10 o'clock and it's now about 8:30 in the morning, so I might just go for a bit of a drive around the area and have a look around, but I would like to see the museum. It looks like it has some interesting archaeological finds in there from around this area, so might be worth a look, but I'm going to go check it out. So yeah, go and get some fuel, see what happens. So this is beautiful downtown Oni at about 9:15 in the morning. Very sleepy, very sleepy. Now we've got a couple of busts here actually, a couple of people's heads. Unfortunately, I can't read Georgian, so I'm not entirely sure who that man is or who this man is. But he's got very long fingers, this man. This is a lovely little park. I've got fuel. I'm just going to wait around for the museum to open. So yeah, 9:15 should be open in 45 minutes. Maybe I'll go get a coffee somewhere. Probably do a little bit of shopping actually. I did see one shop was open, so maybe that's the plan. But this park and this building is just beautiful. Alright, so I tried to get into the museums, they were both shut. The Tourist Information Centre shut, and then I went to the big new, brand new museum that they've built, and that was shut as well, so they haven't finished that. So it's not tourist season, it's not sort of the time that a lot of tourists would be here, so I can understand if you'd want to sleep in and, you know, just stay in your bed on a cold morning like this morning, so that's fine. Anyway, I'm now going to go to Ambroluri, I think it is pronounced, and then take the long way back to Gordy, hopefully some back roads and things like that, so we'll see how that goes. Just spotted a huge church on my drive, and I thought I'd better go and have a look, and looks like I've got a little friend waiting for me over here actually. Look at him. Hello. I think somebody wants some salami. His friends have told him that I end up feeding a dog or two. Word must have got around, eh? Wow, look at that. Grave sites here. Colour pictures of the deceased. Oh. You look friendly, the little brown one. Okay. You never know with dogs how they're going to treat you. But I assume this is an open cemetery and you can walk around, so other people must visit. Wow. Well, oh. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Nestled high above the twisting Rioni River, hidden between dense forests and steep mountain ridges, stands a quiet masterpiece of Georgian medieval architecture, the Barakoni Church of the Mother of God. Built in 1753 by the order of Racha's local lord, Rostom of Racha, this church was the final flowering of traditional Georgian church design before the storms of empire and modernity swept across the Caucasus. The architect, Avtandil Shularelli, carved the structure from solid limestone, creating a compact, cross-in square church that seems to rise naturally from the rocky hill beneath it, defiant and serene. The Barakoni Church isn't just a place of worship, it's a symbol of resilience. It survived Imperial Russian annexation, earthquakes, and Soviet-era religious suppression. For centuries, the people of Racha have climbed this hill to mark life's most sacred moments: births, weddings, farewells. Barakoni is more than a church. It's a monument to faith, tradition, and the quiet power of the Georgian highlands. Got my two guides. Well, that was very cool. The monk came out and he gave me some candles to light. What a lovely, relaxing place this is, tucked away in the mountains. This is the Shaori Reservoir. I saw an opportunity to have a look at a body of water and, of course, do some off-roading, given that it is raining right now. And I couldn't help myself. Oh, look at this one. So many dogs around in Georgia. I'm going to continue down this track a little bit further and get back onto the main road and keep going where I'm going. But I think this might be a cool shot. I'll go and set this camera up down the line somewhere and we'll go and retrieve it in the UAZ. We're UAZing, boys. Next to the reservoir. We're locked in. Alrighty, change of plans. I had a date booked for Saturday, which is tomorrow, and the person hosting it pulled out, or the other people that were going pulled out. So I don't need to be on the eastern side of Georgia by tomorrow. So I don't need to go to Gordy tonight. So I'm going to go and drive to Kutaisi, which is Georgia's third largest city. There is a sanatorium there that looks ex-Soviet and looks very cool that I'm going to go and check out. And then I've booked a hotel for tonight, purely because I need a shower. I really need a shower. Sitting next to the fire all of last night, very smoky, so I'm pretty stinky. So yeah, this is just changing on the fly. It's about 1:10 in the afternoon, and in Georgia you just need to be a bit flexible, so I think everything's going to work out really good. Tomorrow night I'm going to go to a full-on winery, and the lady there is going to give me a sample of real Georgian food and more Georgian wine, which I'm going to be quite happy about. Everything's coming up Millhouse here. And I'm going to do a Kyrgyz overtake. Oh baby. Get chopped for transit. So this is the sanatorium. And from what I was reading back in 2023, it was sold to private investors. So it could become something else. get knocked down and destroyed, so it may be the last time that I'll ever get to see this. Hi, how are you?
Nice. Sorry, if you're here, can you make us the picture, please?
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah, we thought how to.
Wow. Oh. Help me. Okay. Not sure what I can do. In the forests around Kutaisi in Georgia lie the crumbling remains of Soviet sanatoriums, once grand wellness retreats built for the workers of the USSR. A Soviet sanatorium wasn't a hospital, it was a state-sponsored spa, a place for rest, treatment and ideological rejuvenation. Factory workers and teachers came here for healing, soaking in mineral waters and breathing mountain air. As they say, the idea was simple: healthy workers build a strong Soviet state. Kutaisi was the heart of this movement. Nearby towns became health resorts famous for their thermal springs. Even Stalin had a private bathhouse, which we will go and have a look at soon. But after the fall of the Soviet Union, the visitors vanished. The buildings decayed. Some are now shelters for displaced families, others sit abandoned. Today, nature creeps in through broken windows, yet the faded mosaics and echoing halls still whisper of time when the state promised care, in marble and mineral water. The Italian couple were telling me you can walk all the way up to the roof, and there's a good view, and I think somebody's trying to tell me that as well. How do we feel about those stairs? Oh man. There's a lot up there. Oh well. We're going to use those stairs. We're going to see how we go. I'll stick to the right because that's the closest to the wall, so that should be the safest, right? Ooh. Oh wow. Look at that! Holy dooly! Wow, 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 wow. All right. Got a few more stairs to go. See how we go. Huh. These stairs I feel okay with, because I can see they're attached, but these ones don't feel great. But we're going to go and do it. How many other times am I going to be here? And this will still be here, because it sounds like if this has been sold off, then it's not going to exist for much longer. Okay. Alright, last set of stairs coming up. Oh man, we're on the roof. Wow, look how beautiful that is. Look at that. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Well, that's worth the walk. That's worth braving those stairs, which I now need to get back down on. Does remind me a little bit of that that coal mine that Dan and I went to in Kyrgyzstan, in the same sort of state of disrepair. And you guys can get a look over there because I'm not gamer enough to look down there. Yeah, I don't love heights, and heights from a ruined Soviet building, I'll be honest, I'm sweating, and it's not just because I've got a jacket on, it's cold, but yeah, this has got me in a sweat. I'm sure we'll be fine. What are you guys doing? Hmm? You don't seem very afraid. Can I touch you? Oh, we don't mind that, eh? Oh, yeah. Oh, worth seeing. The yard looks very nice. Very nice in here. We'll just slowly come on in. Yeah, this is it. There she is. Well everybody, I've found my hotel. I've had a shower which was sorely needed. I feel very, very good now. I feel much, much better. And where I'm staying appears to be fairly rural. I went for a bit of a walk before and yeah, it has a rural feeling vibe to it, which is fine. That's all good. I've gone and got a couple of beers to try, some chips. So I'm going to sit here and have some beers and maybe the wine that I had that I was given the other day. Beers at least, chippies, and then just enjoy the nature. I mean, the birds are calling, everything's really green and beautiful, and the room looks good. The room looks nice and warm, so it's a win. Wow, I'll never be able to recreate the magic of Dan's beer reviews, but here goes. Oh, she's full. What is that guy doing? Rudely interrupting the beer review. I'm more of a lager man, and this is a Pilsner, and I couldn't tell you the difference. I really don't drink that much beer. But that's nice. The Ragnar Superior Pilsner is very, very drinkable for a non-beer drinking person. It's made in Sagamoro village in Georgia. Nice. The bun loaf thing that I tried, it's the thickest bread I have ever had. It took me about 5 minutes to actually chew through it, so that's going to get parked there for a bit longer while I get another beer in. Well lads, that Ragnar beer has hit me like an absolute truck. Maybe I didn't have enough lunch today. Actually, I don't think I had lunch today. I'm going to have to get into the last two beers. This one is called the Kutaisi Easy Beer, 4.7% volume, product of Global Beer Georgia, established 2019, and the Ragnar beer was actually established in 2019 as well. What about this last beer that I've got here? 4.7%. 1881. So this is that's the classic one. They're good. Anyway, let's have another, eh? Not chippy? Oh yeah, that's the good stuff, isn't it? Cheers, lads. Alright lads, we're on the way. I've had a hearty Soviet breakfast consisting of 2 boiled frankfurts, bread and probably a 2 omelette egg. I don't know what Gordon Ramsay would say about that. You go, where's the lamb sauce? No, that's not a good. Yeah, let's not try that again. I'm heading to Stalin's Dacha. Dacha? And so that in Russian is holiday home. Now I don't know how much of it is going to be left, as in still standing and all of that. It's probably been stripped of copper and wires and everything. But while I'm here, I'm going to go and have a look at it. Why not? The sanatorium we saw yesterday was very, very cool. And I was looking on the map this morning, and I'm only about an hour and a half drive according to Google Maps, so sketchy at best. But I'm only an hour and a half drive from the Black Sea. So I've come all this way, and I feel like I would be doing Georgia a disservice if I didn't go and try and look at the Black Sea. So I think that might be a rough plan for today. We might go west. Okay, we parked up, and there's a lady sitting there, and she was sitting behind a gate. So I just asked her, "Można," which is like, I think it's "may I." Da 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 da, and then she said all this other stuff in Russian. So yeah, I missed a lot of it, but she seemed happy to let me come in here, and she did say Stalin's Dacha, and I went, ah. She said, yep, pointed this way. So she opened the gate for me and let me in. I've got to walk it, but how lovely and green is it here? It's so nice. Now we've already got an abandoned building on the right here. And another one. There's a lot of abandoned buildings here. This could be another property that has been sold off, possibly. I may have to do some research into that. But again, more Chernobyl vibes for sure. The nature here is just so lovely. You can hear the birds all day. What's in here? Nothing. Good car storage. Think of all the Volvos and UAZs I could store in here. That's pretty sweet. Constructed in 1953, this secluded retreat served as a private sanctuary for Joseph Stalin, offering respite amidst the region's renowned radon-rich mineral springs. Saldovo, once dubbed the Riviera of the Soviet Union, boasted 19 sanatoriums and 9 bathhouses, attracting thousands seeking therapeutic treatments. Stalin himself frequented bathhouse number 6, a facility built exclusively for him featuring private baths and opulent interiors. Today, the Dacha stands as a haunting testament to a bygone era. Visitors can explore the abandoned halls where echoes of the past linger amidst peeling paint and overgrown pathways. Stalin's Dacha offers a glimpse into the personal life of one of history's most enigmatic figures set against the backdrop of a town striving to reclaim its former glory. Have a look at that. Look out to that. Alright, shall we have a look at this big building on the left? Well, these buildings look pretty old, so I make no promises that I'm going to climb wooden steps up to the roof or anything like that, but we'll check it out. Okay, these are stone, that's a good start. Hole in the floor. Cow poo, so cows have obviously walked through here. So the floor can support a cow. It's not super promising. Okay, we've got some reasonable looking steps, so they're not wooden. Okay, yeah, I'm happy to give this room a miss. It, it doesn't look super friendly to the less agile guy. Clearly nobody was interested in preserving any of this. I can understand why. Yeah, as I was saying, I like to throw myself back and try and think about what it would be like to be in a place like this. Imagine what the attraction would be, imagine what the daily lives of people would be. Even though in terms of history, it really isn't all that long ago that that this would have been possibly a thriving area with a lot of people around, a lot of holiday makers. And I just love seeing the old architecture and just imagining what it would look like brand new or well maintained. I imagine a water fountain would have been here. And here's the other side of the big building. Now this is cool. And overlooking all of these trees, they look quite amazing. Okay. There would have been one hell of a view from here. There's the building, quite a wide one. I'm just imagining this building in all of its glory, sitting up on one of those balconies up there, having a nice Georgian wine, eating some Georgian cheese, and having a full-blown holiday here. I think would be pretty cool. Alright, well, I'm going to make my way back to the UAZ, righty the UAZ, and we might get shifting and go and see the Black Sea this morning, and then head back east so that I can say that I've been, well, by the end of this trip, I would have been all the way from Tbilisi, all the way west, and then back all the way east as well. That's the rough plan anyway. In the last couple of days I'll be down near the border with Azerbaijan, and I'll be that close to the border that I'll actually need a permit to get there. So that'll be interesting, and hopefully all of that goes smoothly. Ooh, a black dog and a black and white dog after me. Alright, I must smell okay. I must pass the smell check. I don't like touching dogs that I don't know. The maps say that we are 88 kilometers from roughly seeing the Black Sea. So I'll be there at 11:15 and it's now currently 10 o'clock. So I don't think that will be very accurate. It'll probably be more like 12. I'll get there. This road is signposted 60 kilometers an hour. I'm doing 85 and I got overtaken by the police officer and two other cars. One passenger car that was just in front of him and one that was behind him. So the police feel like they're a little bit for show here when it comes to speed. That said, I love it. It's great. You don't have to be constantly watching your speedometer every 2 seconds to make sure that you're not 1 kilometer over, and there's not speed cameras everywhere either. So I appreciate that. So thank you, Georgia, for just being a little bit more relaxed with speed. Do the speed that you think is safe. I agree with that mentality. Unfortunately, some people are too stupid for that, but I think I've only seen one crash here in doing quite a few hours of driving. So I feel like I'd probably see more crashes in Australia, where they're much stricter on speed limits, holding a camera while driving, using your phone while driving. Not that I've done that, but I see a lot of people using their phone while driving. It doesn't seem to be an issue here. Yeah, okay. I think this should be fine. The ground's pretty hard. Looks like there's a bit of a hill climb. Nah. Oh, I can see the Black Sea. I just got to get over this hill here and we'll be able to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the Black Sea. How about that? There's even a little lifeguard tower down there. And looks like there's some backpackers as well. Well, there's the ocean. Here's the sand. I would say that the sand is more black than the sea. G'day. How's it going? Yes. I'm from Australia. Where are you guys from? Slovakia. Oh, nice to meet you. Some nice lads from Slovakia, I think it was. They've got a flight tonight, I think they were saying. I offered them a ride, but no, we want to keep walking. Okay. Anyway, the sand is certainly getting blacker as we get down closer to the water. And I'm going to give you one of my famous water temperature reviews, as we did in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. Let's see what she's like. Yeah, that's cold. So, I need to make my way back to sort of the center of Georgia, back to Gordy. Just outside of Gordy is Kaspi. And that's where I need to be. So, I think I've got a fair amount of driving ahead of me. I'm gonna chuck it onto the map and I'll... As I'm driving along, it's given me time to reflect and to think about things and ponder the mysteries of life. mysteries such as how a Georgian roundabout works, mysteries such as why a tyre shop wouldn't sell valve stem caps, mysteries such as why am I yet to have a hangover on the wine here, but when I have a whole beer I wake up with a hangover. Is the wine good for you? I don't know. Okay, so I've got a few minutes. I've got an hour until I have to be at this wine cellar thing, and even then I'm told that it's quite flexible. So I thought I'd go and check out that cave town of Uplistsikhe because it's very close to where I have to be. Well, this is a busy little place. A lady, there was a bride. She must have come here to take pictures, and the whole bridal procession was here. So car park's nice and full. Had to park quite a way away, but we made it. We're here. Entrance, Georgian citizens. Georgian citizens pay 5 lari, I think. And myself, somehow she knew that I was a foreigner when I said, yeah, 1 ticket please. 15 lari. So, fair enough. There's little lads everywhere. Look at this little lad. Oh, man. Alright, there's other tourists. Yeah. Ooh. Very cold the moment you walk in. That looks like it's been patched with something. I think that's concrete. Oh, neither spotted. It's definitely cooler in the stone, which is nice, but it smells how you would expect, to be honest. I'm not all that excited really, but there is a wine cellar in here though, so you can get some chilled wine. I guess that's pretty cool. There's some lizards, and there's lots of Spanish speaking tourists for some reason. Not really sure why there were so many Spaniards, but there were. Actually parked behind a VE Commodore. I've seen a few Commodores in Georgia, Holden Commodores. Don't know if you'll be able to see it just yet, but I'll get a little bit closer to it. So there's the Commodore, and there's the UAZ. He's even got the mag wheels on a Commodore. It's not in bad condition, but yeah, I know what I'd prefer. Alright, on the way to Caspi. Gonna go check out this vineyard and meet Racha. I texted Racha, said I'll be 30 minutes. He said, I'm going out to wash my car, so I'll be away for the next 30 minutes. So, I'm gonna go and park up, probably put some deodorant on, and see how much wine we can get stuck into. I don't know if it's gonna cost me anything. But hopefully I can stay here tonight as well. We'll see. Very well tended, all of these nice trees and bushes.
Watch your hand as you go down. Give me 2 minutes, have a look and I'll be back.
What? Look at that.
It's all yours.
Oh, Look at all these things you've got. All the skins. We've got a boar here. Hello, Mr. Boar. Look at all these mugs. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the old pistols. Look at that knife. Wow. Oh, he's got the Australian flag up there. Just getting a selfie. This is way too upmarket for me. For me and where I've been in the last few days in my life. Oh, Braden. The Stro.
You see here, we
Ah.
have wine cellar with the clay amphoras. The clay amphora looks like that. It's made out of
Right.
high quality clay, and it's been used in Georgia for more than 8,000 years. This is scientifically proven.
Right.
That's why we say Georgia is a homeland winemaking, because at this moment we have the oldest evidence of the wine being made anywhere in the world. And we take the wine into a smaller quarries, just the wine without the leftovers, and we seal the quarry.
Okay.
To seal the quarry, you put clay here, then you put this glass, and then on top of the glass, up to here, you put sand, and to make sure there's no air getting inside, no sound getting
Sure,
inside,
yeah.
to keep the stable temperature.
And so your oldest wine that you've got here, do you...
Well, our wine does not keep for a very long time because
Okay.
we don't try to use any chemicals
Preservatives,
or
yeah.
sulfites
Yeah,
or something like that.
okay.
Red wine will be like 10, 12 years perhaps, maybe
Yeah,
15.
right. Okay.
But
Okay.
white wine, 5-6 years. However, we do keep the family connection of the old wines, and I have one from 2014, I think, which is the oldest.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Just
Okay.
one bottle.
It's so good it just gets drunk. It doesn't get left behind year after year, right?
Correct, yes, that's correct. If you have a good wine, you should open it and enjoy. I don't know what you call this. What do you call this?
Like a bud or a stem?
Bud, yes, bud. 3 buds. From where the...
3.
3.
Always 3.
Well, you can keep more, but I prefer to keep 3.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? If you leave too much, the energy will disperse and you will lose the quality of the grape. So from here you will have a new growing Stalin. You will not have too much grapes, but you will have a high quality grapes.
Sitting in the den. And Lasha is going to bring me some food. So poor me, hey? Poor old me. I have to eat this food. I have to drink this wine and chacha. There may be a headache tomorrow morning. We will see. We will see. 12% wine, salad, cheese, dried fruits, Georgian bread. There's a goulash coming. There's dumplings. There's something else that Lasha named that I don't know what it is. And then there was some other thing as well that I've forgotten. Oh no. But he's going to bring me out lots of food. Cheese inside bread, I think, was the thing. So, yes, I'm not going to go hungry tonight because even just this would be enough for me. Considering, well, 3 nights ago, all I had was a 1.5 litre beer and some chips for dinner, so... Goulash is awesome. Loving it. Coriander, pepper, beef. This is my second helping already, and it's really good. Got topped up on the wine. We've got a 12% amber wine from the storeroom in front of me, which is the storeroom there. And this bread is amazing. Chef's kiss. Beef lemon chicken and dumplings. And Lasha has told me how to properly eat the dumplings. You grab it by the top, you bite into it, drink the insides of it, and then slowly eat it, but you don't eat the top part that you've grabbed hold of. This smells amazing. And he's coming with a red wine, so I better finish up. We've got the red on board. I'm full. There's this much food here. I only had a small savoury breakfast this morning. I didn't have lunch, and I mean, I've had 2 bits of bread and goulash, and yeah, I feel like I'm not really holding up my end of the bargain here. The wine is excellent though. I think that's just sunburn on my nose. That's why my nose is glowing. It's not from the wine. I probably already had that in other videos, but Racha is very, very kind. Very nice man. Okay, so quite an interesting evening. Had all that food and all that wine and everything. And the Saudi Arabian diplomat for Georgia made an appearance with his wife or girlfriend, and two Americans. So I've got the phone number of the Saudi diplomat. If I'm into Tbilisi and I want to get some drinks with him, he's invited me out, so that's something that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm full. I am full as, and I've had that much wine. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the day, people. We had a pretty good day today. I mean, we saw the Black Sea, ate lots of food, drank lots of wine. Stalin's Dacha. How am I going to go back to living everyday life, sitting in front of a computer for 8 hours a day doing work? From this back to that, jeez, don't even want to think about it. Anyway, cheers, good night.